Hello, guys, y'all out there? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties, like always. We're still leveling up this game here. Y'all hear me out there? Let me know in the comments. Again, sorry about that. Just getting settled here. Thanks for jumping over to this one, the little other live. I had to switch some stuff up because the lives weren't going. It wasn't streaming that well. We're still fighting that good battle with Spectrum internet, trying to get a decent some Wi-Fi out here that's can handle all this stuff we're trying to do in this with these lives, right? Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, my brother Michael Navejas just a quick shout out for him. Hooked it up with coffee at what was it, 2, 3 in the morning. Whenever we're out there covering some the armed man and Concho and First Street, and I want to thank the community for all the assistance y'all gave. It was awesome, guys. Um, I called a little live that way we can it's hump day, middle of the week. We need to catch up, regroup. We need to talk some shit. You know how it goes. Discuss a few things. I know there's a lot of stuff that's happened just this week alone in Eagle Pass, and that's what we're here for, right? To discuss any issues that we have here locally, any issues that we may have in a national standpoint type of thing. Um, and this is y'all's platform, y'all guys. Feel free to hit up the comment section with anything. I like to look at the damn these comments. You guys keep this chat going, this discussion going more than anything, and that's what we're out here to do, is discuss what you guys, your concerns, your issues with anything, and I'm here to help y'all out with that. We can go ahead and talk real quick. I mean, I'm trying to see if we can get a little more people that are going to come on, but I mean, we have 15 right now looking in, 16, and I'm fine with that. I mean, hell, if one person wants to listen to me, I'm good with that. So with some of the stuff that we have going on here, um, I guess while we wait, is there anybody out there listening in the comments that wants to discuss something right off the bat, something that you guys got burning? It's Wednesday, hump day, so I know a lot of shit goes down during the week. We're Wednesday already. That's like the mini Friday. Tomorrow's mini Friday, and then we got actual Friday. So if anybody wants to throw anything out there, if not, we'll go ahead and jump right into it. This the first things first, mandate lifted. It's gone. Where's my mask? Yeah. Optional. It's optional now. All right. What do y'all think? Um, my thoughts on that is obviously it is just it's just I want to say that everything here, being that we are in the United States, we're in Texas, we're Texas boys, right? And with this mask mandate, it kind of puts us in a situation where we have to follow a certain thing that some people may not agree with, right? But I think that it's not necessarily a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just on the perception that how you want to take it. Now, just because the mask mandate is lifted does not mean don't wear your mask. It doesn't mean that. It is entirely up to you, is what I think that means. It's up to you, however you guys wanna take it, right? I mean, I've seen a lot of people on Facebook already putting on their little Facebook profiles that I am gonna wear my mask, and I see that, and I'm like, that's good. I mean, we're in the land of the free, home of the brave, and it should be your option. I'm not arguing that. I mean, today I took my mask with me whenever I was out and about in the streets, right? But I think ultimately what it gets back to is having the freedom to decide, and that's one thing. But a lot of people have taken to Facebook and said, well, I'm still gonna wear my mask. Everybody needs to be wearing their mask, and kind of putting this in a political type of platform, which I don't think it's a political platform. I just think it falls back into us having the freedom, having um the decision. The decision. It's ultimately your decision what you want to do with your life. I mean, you can become what it is you want in your life. It's all up to us at the end of the day. So you want to wear your mask, you wear your mask. You don't want to wear your mask. I mean, that is entirely up to you. To me, like I said, I still carried my mask when I went out. Um, my major point on this thing is businesses opening 100%. That is a big thing so we can get back into regular type of stuff, regular operations. I know a lot of people have been, and we've seen the uptake in uh, I'm sorry, mental illness, depression, people acting out of character, and I think a lot of it has to do with us. A lot of us a lot of it has to do with people that are being cooped up in houses. I mean, we're not creatures made to be cooped up, locked up. If you coop up or lock up a dog, I mean, how does a dog act? It changes the whole behavior of a dog, And I'm not trying to compare us to animals, but at the end of the day, we are somewhat part of like an animal. It's just that we have a different intellect that's on another level that makes us the rulers of this kingdom, so to speak, right? Um, I do think, anyways, that little off topic, but this mask mandate and then getting into the opening businesses 100%. Let me tell you why I think that's great. I have, as many of you probably know, I am a big proponent of small businesses. I think small businesses here in Eagle Pass, anywhere else, City of Del Rio, shout out to my friends in City of Del Rio, as well in here in Eagle Pass, of course. But small businesses are our heartbeat. They're the blood that runs through our veins. They're the ones that support us when no one else does. And a lot of these small businesses they were just getting hurt. They were getting creamed by not being able to open 100%, not being able to have a certain number of people out there in their establishments. Um, I know there's several business associates I have that I talk to and I promote, I support 100%, that have had a difficult time because of many of the restrictions, the sanctions, and the stuff that happened post mandates of businesses closing. So I don't see this whole thing as the mask mandate. I mean, to me, I think it should be your option, and I think it's great if you still want to wear your mask, and I think it's your um, option whether you want to do whatever it is you want to do, wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. You know, Sometimes they tell you it's better safe to be sorry. All of our moms told us that when we were growing up. But the major thing about this is the 100% businesses opening up. Now, with the restrictions that were in place, in any place you're at, with restrictions, there's selective enforcement. Anytime you have restrictions, and let me say that again, anytime you have restrictions, there is selective enforcement. And that was a lot of the gripes that I heard from small businesses. And well, I mean, they deserve to gripe. Hell, if I was in their position for some of the restrictions that they were having to abide by, I would have been at City Hall. I would have been at the county with the our mayor and county judge that we all know I love so much. I would have been there, knocking down their doors and saying, how come, this establishment over here and that establishment over here, they don't how come they're not following it? How come you're not enforcing it? But you're coming over here and giving me a ticket. See, so that's why I think it's a great thing that businesses are opening up, and they need to open up. They need to get a chance to survive. And part of this is going to go into another topic that we have of immigration later on, and I'll tie that in whenever we get there. But that's one of the things that I had. I just wanted to relay that. That's my take on it. I mean, take it as you want. Take it with a tequila shot. Take it with a grain of salt or sugar or honey, whatever it is, whatever's your cup of tea, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and see some of these comments. See if anybody commented on the mask mandate. See what they think. Again, this is always a forum where we can discuss one on one. I don't like to dominate and force anything of my beliefs into you guys. That's not the whole reason we have this going on. I think it's very important. You guys are able to communicate. You guys are able to tell me, even when I am wrong. Hey guys, come and check me. I'm a bit like I'll be the bigger man. I'll say, man, you know what? You're right. I know some people have caught me on misspellings, typos, all that, and I'm like, man, thank you. I appreciate that. And if we have several people also that educate me whenever the comments come in, and that's what this is all about. It's about us creating some sort of communication where a lot of us can learn about these current events that are going on in our community, because it's very important. It's very important that we I don't want to say wake up, but just become aware of what's going on in our environment and in our community. That way we can make conscious and good decisions whenever we go vote, whenever we, just whenever we do anything in our lives, and realize that there's things out there. Let me check out the comments here, guys, because I love listening to you guys to hear what you say. Uh, let's see. All right, thanks, guys. I'm glad you can hear me. We established that. Thank you. Let me see. Bridge tariff needs to go down. Still $5. Yeah, I mean, we did run a story earlier that we saw one of the gentlemen, a guy, I believe his name was Jose Gonzalez. He took some pictures of areas around the bridge, and I think a portion of it, the garrison portion, is the states, and the commercial area is the city, if I'm not mistaken. And regardless of whose it is, this is a contract that was given out by Waterworks, City of Eagle Pass Waterworks Department, to MPC. This company is responsible for taking care of the streets and making sure their repairs are done correctly. Now, as we saw in those pictures, they're not being done correctly. That might be another issue, but I believe that, yeah, the bridge is way too high. We used to be, not so long ago, one of the most economical bridge crossings in the area, and that's why we did get an influx of traffic in this area. And then all of a sudden, I think rather quickly, it shot up, and I don't understand what the reason is. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't checked to see where those funds are being used, and I think we definitely need to check that. I did see a comment on one of the posts that we had. I think it was that same one about the streets, that some of the funding is being used for the art center. Now, I get it with the tourism and marketing and stuff like that. I just want to know how much exactly is getting used, because the bridge, if you guys don't know, accounts for about 40% of the city's funds. Taxpayer money, of course, is up there, but the bridge is a large source of revenue for the city. I think after that, it might be solid waste, but the international bridges are the highest source of revenue for the city of Eagle Pass, and it accounts for 40 about 40% of the budget. So, being that it's close to half of their budget, I would like to know, as a citizen, concerned citizen of the city of Eagle Pass, where is this funding being used? Especially now that our boy over here is telling us it's $5. Where is that going? I think we have the most crossings now, compared to Del Rio and further south. I think whenever we get to Laredo, it may drop off a little bit more. But as far as a single bridge source, I think we're either one or two. Of course, Laredo does have, I think, multiple bridges. So that's a different story. But we're one of the ones that's crossed the most. Now, my thing is, so we're making a lot of money from that. Um, that is something definitely I'm gonna update you guys whenever we run the next live. Is let's check that money where those funds are going. Those $5. I think it is a responsibility of the city council, mayor, city council, the mayor, city manager, of course, and probably the economic development director, because that's part of economic development, is to, and the bridge director, is to see the good and bad of having a $5 to cross, man. That's we can go to, one of our local, support our businesses down here, and get a meal with that, and yeah, that's one of the things. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't have that much of the information, but I do need to get that information, so whenever we run our next live, we can be educated in discussing that. But one of the things, if you did not know, the bridge does account for 40% of the city's budget. So that's something to look at, because where is that money going? And we're gonna follow that money for you guys, and we'll see. We'll check out their budget again. We'll ask those questions, and we'll show up with requests for informations, and we'll ask. That is our right as citizens, and that's what I one thing I want you guys to understand is, if there's anything from these public entities that take public tax dollars, is that we have all the right in the world to ask, and be told, where is money going, how are you making this money, and ultimately it's up to decide us to decide whether they're using the money appropriately. Let's scroll down a little bit. um, they do worse things when doing. Hey, hey, Vale, what's going on, man? The vaccine already. If we still need masks, then does that mean it doesn't work? Aframael, that's a good comment. I have heard that the vaccine is not 100%. It cannot guarantee you not getting COVID again. Um, but one of the concerns that we did have, and it was sent to me by mail. I'm sorry, a text message, was that now there was a story out there by a media news source that will not be named, um, that the school district is aiming to have all of their employees ready to be vaccinated, and possibly looking into this next year of coming back into the schools. And that, again, going along with Aframael, is kind of saying, and that's great and all, have all the teachers, faculty, principals, everybody vaccinated. Of course, some students are not going to be vaccinated. What exactly is the school district? What is their plan? Has anybody heard of what their plan is? A safety plan, as far as social distancing. I know some of these classes have about 30, 40 kids signed up into one classroom. So how is that going to work? And they're legitimate concerns, and I think that there needs to be an action plan from the school district, especially when they're coming out proposing that they want to get ready for the next year to come back out. And it's very important to understand is that not everybody's going to be vaccinated. Yes, the teachers are vaccinated, but not all students are going to be vaccinated. And it's not us to impose any beliefs on anybody, like you have to get vaccinated or be mandated to get vaccinated. But the portion of it is that what other safety measures are being taken to secure there isn't a widespread once we do come back. Now, there hasn't been a date saying that they're going to come back or anything, but what I would like to see from the school district definitely is something saying, hey, this is our plan. We're going to improve the filtration system. We're going to offer, antibacterial to all the students. We've already installed, hand washing stations in each classroom, and that's a lot of money that's going to go into that as well. So I think it's the responsibility of the school board to come up with some of these answers that the community has. And yeah, I'll touch on that a little bit later on, Aframael. Do you think COVID numbers are going to start increasing? It definitely won't go down. Um, what we have to wait and see. I can't predict the future. I my thing is that I would need to see the reinfection rates. Um, I know a lot of people, they've said they've had COVID, and since then they have never felt symptoms like COVID. I don't know what the reinfection rate is here in Eagle Pass, to be honest. But to me, I don't see the infection rates going up, especially since if you've already had it, many don't go back to get tested. I do not have those figures. That's something that we can check on as far as how many people are getting retested and if there's any type of reinfection rate. Um, it's going to be interesting, but like I said, a lot of people, and I think the majority of the people, are saying they are going to continue to wear their masks, which I'm not for. I'm not against. You know, that's just something, a mechanism that's further dividing us as a community. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I feel that a mask, just like anything else, like a cap, it could be thought of as an accessory. If you feel that it saves your life, definitely please put it on. Um, like I said, I today I went out. I guess maybe force of habit. I carried my mask. I was wearing my mask whenever I was out. And but it is I feel the choice of people, and I hope the infection rates do not go up. Of course not. We want to heal as a community, but I just don't appreciate the politics that's going into this thing. We want to try to stay away from that kind of platform to politicize certain things because it's the politics that's dividing us. Um, I try to stay away from kind of that stuff. What this platform does is just try to show you guys the truth, the real, what maybe they're hiding from you. And in a lot of cases, it's not that I'm showing more to one side, less to another. But if you're doing something bad and you're continually doing something bad, I mean, I'm sorry if I see it. I mean, that's what we're here for, to call this out, try to fix it, because at the end, it's the community that gets affected. And I want you guys to realize that when people do bad things in public entities, whatever it may be, it's not gonna go bad for them. I mean, unless they get caught by the law or something, right? Of course, well then, like, oh shit. But with you guys are the ones that are hurting. I hate to bring it up again. I sound like a repetition going on about it. But the recent hiring of a gentleman over there, and we got it confirmed through the last Maverick County Commissioners Court meeting. The Parks Director getting 55,000. Parks Director Juan Tony Cifuentes. And it's not anything against Tony Cifuentes. It really is not. I just think it's difficult, and at a time where our unemployment rate is at 13.9%, those are two, maybe three jobs that those $55 could have been spent a lot more wisely. Um, we haven't checked out his, I mean, we haven't gotten a response yet. The 10 days are coming up, and we're hoping that they respond and confirm. But just so you guys know, we did get a confirmation already from Judge Salcedo himself during the meeting. It's on our one of our pages. If you guys look for it, he actually mentions who the person was that was hired. Now, my thing with that is that if you're gonna do whatever type of thing you're doing, you are in a public meeting. Now, when people get hired, those names need to get said into public record. Why are we accepting anybody, any entity, not just the county, Maverick County, any entity? We should not accept them hiring people without us knowing who they're hiring. That's what I want you guys to know, is that that's where it comes from, abusing public funds, is when these guys tried to hide something from us. What is it that you're hiding? Why couldn't you say the name the first time? Was it because you think some people would catch on and wouldn't like it? I mean, these are the kind of things that maybe we need to be thinking about. Let's think about what's the reason that it's so quiet. Why not say his name the first time? Is there something wrong? I mean, if you're doing something wrong, would you say it out loud? You know. So and that's just my thinking on it. Again, you're the community. You deserve to know what's going on in your community, especially since they're using your public taxes. You guys pay for this stuff. So it's very important for us to be updated and know what's going on. Okay. They increase whenever deals code. Scroll down a little bit. Okay. Let's see. EY, I think that's what's kind of what we're saying is it's like I think more than anything, what how we need to see it is that he gave us an option. It's Governor Abbott is who I'm talking about. He gave us an option whether to wear the mask, whether not to wear the mask, and given that we do live in the United States, I think it was a good move for that way. But again, I really hate the way this is getting politicized in our community. I mean, it's your choice, guys. I'm a strong believer in hey, you do what you need to do. You go ahead and wear the mask. If that's how you feel, you wear the mask. I support you. Like I said today, I walked out with the mask. I mean, it's up to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. We went a little bit along with the comments, but the next thing I wanted to talk about was an update with the debate between the mayor candidates, Luis Cifuentes and Rolando Salinas. Um, there isn't too much of an update. Again, I've told you Rolando Salinas has agreed to field some questions from us and from the community and discuss what your concerns are. Again, this is going to be a community interactive. We're going to have him meet with us. We're going to have him sit down and take some of the questions that you guys have. He's not going to be prepared for any of these questions. That's not the way we work. We want to put him in the hot seat. We want to put him in the hot seat because that's what's going to keep him honest. Um, I know he has his slogan as honest, integrity, and everything, and I believe that until I know something otherwise. But we need to be able to sit him down, put him in the hot seat, give him questions that no other media here is gonna give him. We're not gonna, put a little ball on a tee for him. Like, here you go. Let's, hit a home run off of that. Go ahead. This isn't t-ball. This is for the mayor of City of Eagle Pass for the next 4 years. So we need to sit him down in a hot seat, and same thing with the mayor. I mean, Mayor Luis Fuentes, he hasn't gone back to us yet. If you're out there, Mayor, you're watching. A friend of the mayor is watching. Anybody that knows the mayor is watching. Hey guys, if you guys want to tag him in the comments, let's tag him in the comments. Let's tell him like, hey guy, if we want to vote, how can we vote for somebody that is actively running away from questioning? This goes back to what I was saying before with the county. Now, you're not saying names in a public forum. What's the reason? What is there to hide? I'll tell you, Rolando Salinas, he got back to us. We're confirmed to talk with him the first week of April. Reaching out, tag Mayor Luis Cifuentes because I believe I'm already blocked again from somebody else. It happens, guys. It happens. But tag him in the comments. See if he can answer. Hey, we're just the same way we want to ask you questions. Put you in the hot seat. We're gonna put Rolando Salinas in the hot seat. Rolando Salinas stepped up. I'm not saying go vote for him by all means. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is that we need to put both of them in the hot seat. We need both of them to debate hard questions, not easy questions. Not have the news media person asking the questions leading them on. helping them answer questions. No, I'm not going to help anybody answer questions. I'm going to be throwing you guys curveballs out there. I'm going to be asking real stuff coming from the community. You guys out here in the comments, because this is what it's all about. You guys. Because there's nothing else better than having our community checking these elected officials, because you guys are the ones voting for these elected officials. They work for you guys. They're here to please the community. They're here to take care of the community. And if they're not willing to take care of the community, only a certain section or of the community or a certain group, then they're not benefiting the community as a whole. So the only thing I will say is that Rolando Salinas has confirmed for the first week of April. And guys, like I said, keep on sending some of these questions in. Let us know. Give us some tough ones. If there's an issue with potholes, or you have an issue with how they're spending money, I mean, I know I have a few issues of how they're spending money, and they're gonna get asked. Hopefully, you guys can send me enough questions to where I don't even have to ask any. But I would love to ask some of these elected officials, hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? What's your take on this? What's your take on that? And that's what I see that some news media sources, I'm not going to say any names, but they don't come at you like that. And at the end of the day, it's not about being confrontational. It's just about getting answers that we need, getting these questions that we need answers to. Um, Again, Luis Cifuentes, Mayor Luis Cifuentes, tag him in the comments. We haven't heard from him at all. I've gotten messages from some of his relatives, some of his friends, asking for my vote, my support, and it's just I will not support anybody that can't come and answer a few questions from my community. It's just very difficult to do. I don't know why it kind of I'm getting a sense that he's running away from something, hiding something. Um, One of the things that I did want to bring up for your guys' attention, I'm sure you guys saw it in the news. He was disqualified for as many because he's run several terms. Because he's run several terms, so he has been disqualified. And then they went ahead and they spent money to go to an attorney in San Antonio. Now that could not have been a small amount of money, going from out of town to an out of town to with an out of town lawyer, out of town attorney, to help fight and put him. I think it's still a temporary type of thing, but put him back into the race. Now, maybe I'm off, guys. Let me know in the comments. But doesn't that raise? I mean, think about this: the mayor and the city council, they don't get paid. They don't get paid for meetings, or if they do, it's a very small amount. I know in the county, I think they get paid around 40,000 a year. So I understand the investment going in for those positions, but if you think about it, the mayor doesn't get paid. I mean, it's not a paid position to where you would spend 10, 20,000 to go hire a lawyer to help you still be in this race. Now, if you're willing to spend that kind of money on an outside attorney, and this is all public information, but if you're willing to spend any kind of money for a position that is not, it doesn't pay you anything. Yeah, let me pause for that one right there. Did y'all get that? Going and hiring an attorney to make sure you're able to run for a position that is not a paid position. Okay? So what's the benefit? I mean, we set up this community forum to get questions from city elected officials, county elected officials, state representatives, congressmen. We're trying to build our platform to where we can hold these people accountable for us, the people that elect these people for those positions. And it's just something that we need to think about and ask ourselves. So what's the cost benefit there? What's the benefit? Why invest in getting an attorney out of town, which can cost some money, for a position that is not paid? And these are the kind of questions that I want to ask him. Hey, Mayor. Oh man, I tipped him off. I gave you one of the answers that we're going to be asking you. Why go hire an attorney, spend all this money for a position that's not paid? Don't worry, we'll wait. Okay, let's go ahead and move along. Let's go back to some of these comments. Like I said, I like talking with you guys. The big deal is that public safety thing. Okay, very valid. Let's see. Carl Content. Carl Kid, what's up? And where does the money go to the meters downtown? Good question. Um, Back in the day, I know that they had a huge issue. I don't think the city ever released or told the public of the big issue they had back in the day with the meters. Um, I had a moment there where I assisted in picking up because I worked with the public works department, as I told you guys. Before the public works department took it over, it was PD. There were they had the meter maids, meter mans under PD. I don't recall the names of the men that were there or anything, but I do know that there was money missing. Let's just put it that way. Um, there was money missing, and that got corrected by sending it over to Public Works. And I mean, there was always 5 or 6 of us there, everybody watching. I would write down, somebody would push the stroller, another person would take off the little canister, throw the money in there, and I would write down, okay, this meter money was picked up, this meter money was picked up, this meter money was picked up. So we always had these accountability things where there's multiple people watching. There's cannot be anything like that. Right now, at the current moment, I don't know how that is set up with those meters, the money. But if I'm not mistaken, it should go in back to the downtown. That money. I mean, my opinion, that money is being made downtown by parking downtown, so it should go back into downtown. If it is or it's not, that's one thing. Let's go ahead and write that down for Mr. Carl Kid. Um, Tint Masters, Snack Masters, y'all need to get out there. I need to get out there. Let's see. Parking meters. Where's the money at? And we had Morales also talking about the $5 bridge. You see, guys, and that's what the beauty of this thing is that you guys are getting your questions answered, and that's the whole point of this thing. It's not about me just trying to shove news down you or my point of view down your throat. It's not about that. I talk. I go through the comments. I learn from you guys as well. But you guys are giving me stuff to look at, and I love that. I mean, these are things that I'm gonna look, and I'm gonna try to report back to you guys and let you guys know what's going on with these issues, because that's what you guys want to know, right? And so let's go real quick back to the comments. We're already getting to 40 minutes. We don't want a marathon here. Like in my previous videos, I'm trying to do a little bit better, so we're not just here blabbing and blabbing for you guys, right? Ask the bridge director. He should know. Okay. Let's skip over that one. I believe our goes back to the general fund. Debbie, shout out to Debbie from Del Rio. She's one of our supporters from Del Rio, guys. So that's always good, having several people. I mean, not just from our community, but from other communities that are willing to share different stuff with us, ideas, different methods of how stuff goes. Because if we just are told by a certain group here in Eagle Pass, Maverick County, how things are done, we don't know how things are done in other areas. And it's very important, whenever it comes to accountability, is to see how different things can be done so you can implement the best thing that fits for our community, right? Okay. James Jimenez is coming to us saying that Alvin E-Stock is actually the general contractor, MPC is the subcontractor, and AE Hiller and Sons is contracted by Alvin Stock to take care of the repavement. So, wow, okay. Well, we do see that the streets are in the condition they are. I mean, that's not something that we can turn a blind eye to. We do have a thing going on, guys. If y'all want to check out the page, we have a report a pothole. And the whole thing with that is just to bring awareness to the officials, whether it's in the county or the city. We want those potholes repaired. I mean, I know I'm having to change my tires every month or so because I get into a pothole and either the rim gets messed up or something with the tire and I'm having to go replace these things. So I mean, I share that concern with you guys, and that's why not only did we find that post on Compre y Vendo, and it was deleted, guys. That that's the reason I have this thing for y'all, so we can have an accountability that is your voice is not going to get erased. We don't want to erase your voice. There was a post on one of the Compre Vendos. I don't remember which one. I think it's on the page, but where a gentleman, he wanted to report the way the streets are. He was, upset about where the streets are, and I commend him because he was brave enough to come out and say, "Hey, this is going on." Poor, and it was pictures of everywhere around town, city, and county, where our streets are deteriorated. Now, I get back to where funding, where okay, $5 for a bridge revenue. Is there no way that we can use those $5 for the infrastructure? I mean, infrastructure is a basic need. Streets to get around, water, wastewater, all these infrastructure things, drainage. I mean, this is so a community can progress past the Stone Age times. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important. And I love when I see my members of the community stepping up to report these things. So whenever I do see some of those things, or whenever anybody else sees these things, Miss Martinez was the one who let us know about that and sent us the screenshot before it was deleted. Get this, before it was deleted, she sent me the screenshot. We saved it, so we ran it on our page, so it's not gonna get deleted. Your voice is not gonna get quieted, and then that's the whole point. What we're trying to do here is that they may want to silence your voice, my voice, our voices, but we just want what's best for the community. Now, there are some witch hunts out there. I understand that as well. But at the end of the day, we need to come to some kind of compromise where some of us come to an understanding of this, that, or the other. But having these officials answer our questions is the most important thing, and for them not to be getting deleted. Michael Navejas, I'm not going there right now. Carl Kinted about the taxpayers pay for the multi-purpose, about the parking spots. I'm not sure what the issue is there. I do know that they have that area. It's actually kind of far, so it's a little bit of a walk from Bridge One. Um, but I think they charge there now, and I think that's the thing, is that they don't want you to park there because they want to charge you. So they force you to go to it's that little parking space behind the Chamber of Commerce. They charge you. I think it's the lowest fees, like maybe free up to an hour or two, and then after that it's $1, $2, $3, and you still have a pretty good walk if it is that you're gonna go walking. But absolutely, I think it's a shorter walk from Bridge Two, especially since the ballpark is there. The ballpark can is similar in size to that parking space, and that's something that, yeah, we need to talk to these officials too, as to why is it not allowed, why do we have to park in a certain area when there's parking spots there now. maybe it has to do with the timing. I'm not sure what time you try to go there, but maybe it has to do with them working, needing that for employees. I'm not sure what time, Carl Kid, you were trying to go out there and they didn't let you do that. But yeah, that's something that we need to look at, and it should be available to you, especially with the ballpark. I mean, enough space there at the ballpark at Moncada Ballpark. I mean, hey, people like to walk over there nowadays. It's quicker, safer to some extent. I know I used to walk over there all the time with my family, with my kids, and all that. Whenever they needed to take care of stuff, and it's just a lot faster, in my opinion, with the bridge, with the lines, and some of with the lines going on at certain times at the bridge. So that's definitely great. A great question to ask. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you tagging Mayor Cifuentes. Unfortunately, we were blocked from his personal profile. We do try to tag him in his page. Again, hey, Mayor, people want to hear from you. Let's see. Guys, I love the way you're just in the subcontractors. That would be great. Eagle Eye is mentioning here something that they need to have some kind of forum or a Facebook page where these things. I mean, to me, everybody wants to talk about transparency. That's the hot topic, hot topic, hot topic. That everybody wants to be transparent. It's the trending. It's the buzzword right now. That hey, say you want to be transparent. And if you go around everywhere, all these people that are running for positions, in small portion or big portion in their political signs, it says they're going to be transparent. But that's a great idea from Eagle Eye. Is that why not at the end of the month or yeah, at the end of the month, I think they give financial statements or financial reports after every month. Why not post some of these transactions? I'm not sure. No, I think salaries are free game since they're public places. But why not have the transactions? Why not tell us where are these contracts? Who are these contracts being given to? I mean, a wise man once told me all you got to do is follow the money, and that tells you the story right there. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that mask. That's what we were discussing a little bit earlier, and it's it's up to you. I mean, they're not telling you you don't have to. Don't wear a mask. They're not saying that. All they're saying is that it's your option. And again, I just think it's a type of thing that's dividing us further, and that's one of the things that I am not. Uh, I'm upset about the way it gets thrown out, and trying to get politicized, and they're turning this into a an arguing point to further allow us to know what's going on, to ask these questions that we're asking here on these comments. um, Again, they're just dividing us, making us argue within each other so they can carry on with business as usual. Think about that one, guys. Hey, Luis, what's going on? Oh, guys, quick reminder, if you haven't already, we're giving away 2 tickets to the Noche de Comedia, Night of Comedy at Moonlight Ballroom, guys. You guys need to check this guy out. Comedy Night, Moonlight Ballroom. It's on Friday, guys. We got 2 free tickets up for grabs. Go to my page. You like, comment a clown, share the post, and you'll be automatically entered. Tomorrow we're gonna select the winners. So I want a big shout out to the Moonlight Ballroom for partnering with us, for teaming up with us, so we can give you guys free night of comedy. And I appreciate you guys that have already entered the contest. Again, We're gonna announce the winners tomorrow. So please go to our page, find the post, share it, like it, and drop a clown in the comments. And what we're gonna do is give away 2 free tickets, guys. I mean, hey, they're free. What, 5 seconds to do? Go to the post, like, comment, and share it. Drop a clown, and be entered for a chance to enjoy a night of comedy out there at the beautiful ballroom. I know that's one thing that that's gonna be great out there in the ballroom and other areas that had to accommodate for not being completely open 100% as businesses. Now they're gonna get to have an opportunity, whether they have their own policies in their businesses, but now they can operate at 100%, meaning dancing can be back. Uh, Dancing can come back. The social distancing, the having everybody separate. I know at some of the bars you couldn't even stand up and stuff like that. And I understand the measures that they were mandated on them, so they had to take these precautions. But now it's their option, and I think that's a great thing. Is just having the option. Um, Again, to me, the mask mandate, that argument is just to have us divided and discuss, further argue within each other, and have them carry out business as usual. But the opening the business 100%, especially after we're getting slammed, small businesses. I know, as being a small business owner myself, I mean, I've been taking L's and anything else you can do, you can take, right? And it's hard out there. It's hard, but this is hopefully going to help us out, small businesses, so we can you can go ahead and try and regain some of the traction, regain some of the normal businesses as usual. And ultimately, each establishment is responsible for what it is they want to do within their establishment. And just having the option, that's a great step. All right, guys, we're at 52 minutes. Let's talk about another hot topic. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys saw today about we had Fox News here. We had Fox News. If you guys didn't see the video, it's on our page. Go ahead and take a look at it. While Fox News was here to talk about an immigration issue, they were able to shoot while they're securing an illegal immigrant that was illegally crossing. Um, they have live footage. It's on our page if you want to take a look at it. It's brief. It's about 20 seconds. But that's the shot we got in a national Fox News Eagle Pass immigration issue. I'd like to hear you guys in the comments, or see what you guys think about it. Um, I'm not sure where you guys stand, honestly, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what my view is, and I think what a lot of our views are, being living in this community. We have seen an uptick with the immigrants recently. And the reason why I say is because I've been in the process of researching, looking at different stories that come out throughout each day and everything. There's stuff about immigrants coming out almost on a daily basis. If you look at my page, we have them there. There's several stash houses that are being busted with 20, 30, a tremendous amount of immigrants in these stash houses. Um, Now, one, that's no way for them to be living, but two, um, that's a very, very big issue. Um, some of these people, I mean, they don't give background checks. COVID, I mean, everybody's worried about a mask, putting on a mask, not taking on a mask. What does it matter when you have possibly, as Fox News stated, 100 immigrants coming in and they're positive for COVID? I'm not saying they're positive for COVID, but if they're not being tested properly, or we don't know if they have COVID or not, we're introducing that element into our community. Now, I don't have any evidence to say that that has contributed to our, what were we, number two nationwide, something like that, as far as the COVID numbers. Um, Could it be because of that? I mean, there's something going on. I know I'm not the only one who sees it, but they're all over the place. We see immigrants, and I'm telling you from my standpoint because those are issues. You know, whenever we see I see stash houses and all that, and everything like that. But whenever we're looking for news, researching for news, it's all over the place. Um, I saw earlier today one of the news sources said that some immigrants got away from one of our constables, and I mean they're crossing all over, guys. Fox was here. I mean, come on, how long could they have been here? An hour, maybe two, but they were able to get their camera in a place where they caught somebody crossing. Now, to me, that's not something that's a hidden problem anymore. When you're able to catch something on camera with a national news source coming down here, they caught it on camera, that's in plain sight. You know, plain sight. Another story I got from a citizen was actually in the city limits. And this is something that I never thought I'd see. I thought the big problem was I think the big problem was outside in the county where there's less patrol because the county's bigger, and there's problems with numbers at the sheriff's department, not enough deputies, not enough funding. But I got a report from a citizen that in the city limits there was about 8 or 9 immigrants, illegal immigrants, crossing through an alleyway. Now, how? I mean, it's difficult for me to understand and be accepting of the immigrants. I mean, you know, God bless their soul. Some of these are honest people. Some of these are trying to look for a better life. I understand that. But the thing is that we are putting our community in danger. Now, recently we ran a story as well coming, I think it was from Fox News, that they're considering of building an immigrant tent facility here in Eagle Pass. What do you guys think about that? Do you want these immigrants to be housed in this area? I think they have one place already, Mission Border Hope, where they house some of these immigrants, and it's right in the middle of Bibb. Now, there's no law enforcement there. There's no security. So my thing is, how are we supposed to protect our people? Because just give me a second and think about it. Who do you guys think is we are the United States of America. We are citizens of the United States of America. Who do you want America to take care of first? Tax paying citizens, people that were born here. In my sincere opinion, that's who we should be focusing on, because we have people that are homeless. We have people, like I said, there's a lot of. I saw Tony Gonzalez out here, and he, was in support of some of these facilities that house the immigrants. Now, look at all the funding, and I'm telling you, I don't like to bring you guys any BS, any thing. I typically shy away from any topics that I don't know about, which is why I write them down and I speak. Later on I'll check them, and then I want to be educated to give you guys some kind of discussion. One thing I do know is about grants. Now, grants, they're giving out grants for housing immigrants, transporting immigrants, um, these tents, building tents for immigrants to house them here. Now, to me, those grants could go to our small businesses. Our small businesses were went through a difficult time. So I'm not sure what kind of message that is. Again, that's coming from I'm a grant writer in another business I have, Elevator Project Group, a little advertisement for me, right? But there's grants out there for that stuff. There's grants out there that are giving grants to other countries. Let me rewind that. There's grants that are being sent out of this country. And I tell you because I look for grants. I have my clients that I look at least once or twice a week. I check the federal grant, it's grants.gov, and all the federal grants come out there, and there's so much money leaving this country when we need to take care of our country. There's a lot of issues here that we need to take care of. Again, it goes into the immigration issue. Is that there's facilities here in Eagle Pass, right on Bib. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. Now, why are we housing the immigrants here? What's the? I mean, it's not a benefit to us. That it's adding an element that we know nothing about. It's adding a variable that we don't know anything about into our community when we already have citizens in our community that need help. I mean, this is just the way I think, and it's nothing against any immigrants whatsoever. It's not an attack on anybody. Um, I understand they're a human just like me. I'm no better than them. They're no better than me. We're all equals in this world, but it's just common sense. It's common sense. America, I mean, we're all blessed to be born in Texas, first of all, and then America and United States needs to be taking care of our people. That's what it goes back to. And I was a little upset not too long ago when we did see Tony Gonzalez down here in support of getting programs to house immigrants because there has been several incidents, and you guys can check my news because I do report about them, where there's immigrants that have guns. There's immigrants that have hostages. Uh, I mean, and I'm not saying all of them are like that, but now we have an issue where we're arguing about masks. Okay, we're arguing about whether I wear a mask, whether I should or not, and that's just a diversion for you guys. They want you to argue so you're not looking at the issue at hand. And I'll go back to not too long ago when we had the winter storm. The mayor in the city of Del Rio, Mayor Luzano, he came out on a Facebook, and I think it went for our region viral, and he reached out and said we cannot house these people because of resources. We do have limited resources as a community. Now, how do you feel sharing your resources with people that are illegally entering? Now, I have no problem if they come, fix everything the way they should, and come down, the way my parents did it. Okay, they're legal citizens because they did everything the right way. There's nothing wrong with doing everything the right way. Okay, and I'm blessed because of that, and a lot of us here on the border are blessed because that's the situation that happened, but it was done the right way. And that's just the main topic on that. I don't see too much back and forth about the immigrant issue here, so we'll go ahead and skip not too much discussions on that, but we can go ahead and talk about that later. But I mean, in no way and form am I trying to push anything on you guys. I'm just trying to get you guys to think big picture, whole picture, not just focus on what we're being told necessarily. Now, it's just think about the common sense of everything. Um, I strongly believe in countryship. If we were to go in another country, um, they're not gonna take care of you over their own people. And I think that's something that we need to think about as well. Again, there's a facility here. There's no security as far as I've seen when I've drove by. There's no security. There's no police watching them 24/7. What happens if they're being housed there and it's a highly residential area on Bibb Street? What would happen if they start, spreading everywhere or somebody runs away? We don't know if they have COVID, which a lot of people are arguing right now about masks. We don't know if they're infected with COVID. We don't know their criminal background. We don't know their intention. We do know that they're running away from they're running away from a facility. I mean, of course, I'm doing a for instance, but it's just a risk on our community to be having a tent of immigrants here. I love my community. I think a lot of the viewers, people that comment regularly, and I think you guys have heard me plenty of times. I love I love my community. I'm sorry, and my viewers, but I love my community. I was born, raised in Eagle Pass. After school, I came back to Eagle Pass. I'm here, still in Eagle Pass, and I just I want to see our community grow. I want my community protected. And I mean, they're doing a good job of protecting, but I think that when you increase the number of immigrants, it increases the number of people that law enforcement has to worry about. And like I said, we had a constable chasing after illegal immigrants. As per a news media source, they got away. But you see, the thing is, what I'm saying here is that should a constable have to be chasing immigrants? And it's not a downplaying border patrol or customs or anything like that. I think they're doing a very fine job. They're working with what they can. I have been seeing an increase of DPS officers here, and I think they're also involved in immigration issues. If they see somebody that they feel that may be an illegal immigrant, because nowadays, I mean, who are we kidding? We walk outside our doors or drive through the main roads, and you can see immigrants walking down the street. And like I said, God bless them. They don't. They're not any better than me. I'll tell you. I'll be the first one to say that. It's just that I was born in the United States. I pay taxes in the United States, and the United States, I feel, should take care of me first and not put me at risk. Um, Not put me at risk by accepting these people. Now, another thing with grants that I would say, grants do or can cause with the funding being dealt to a certain community, certain facility, anything like that. It they're not necessarily going to the funding's not going to the right hands at times. Um, Again, we had Congressman Gonzalez in support, Tony Gonzalez in support of these facilities and immigrants and housing them here in Eagle Pass and everything. We had the city of Del Rio mayor come out and he hit him where it hurt, and he challenged him, and he told him, pretty much we cannot have the increase of people here because we have limited resources, especially through the snowstorm that we just recently had a couple of weeks ago. And I salute the mayor from Del Rio. He's always available for comment from us, but like I said, he's from Del Rio. We're not out there just yet, but we will be soon. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring that up because Fox News was here. They were here a couple of hours at most, yet they were able to catch a live crossing where a female was getting detained, and we do have that we do have that video on there. If you want to take a look at it, it's on our page. Please, by all means, take a look at it. Um, those are the main the main things I wanted to go over, guys. It was just things that came up throughout the week during the course of what was going on. I wanted to update you on the mayor. Thank you guys for tagging him on the comments. Maybe we can get him to show up one of these days, or hey, hit me up, mayor. Again, we're not picking on you. We're not trying to put you in any bad light or anything like that. Honestly, we just want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're going to do about some of these issues. Where do you stand on this immigration issue? You're the mayor. They have this facility that's housing immigrants in the city limits. So, I mean, I think that's fair game to ask him what's going on there. Now the last thing I wanted you guys. Oh, wait. We have one more thing. I want to hear you guys in the comments because this is something that was comment on a lot about. What do you guys think about voter fraud? Does it happen in Eagle Pass? Does it happen in Maverick County? Voter fraud. Tell me, guys. Pop off in the comments if you can. Have you ever seen a case of voter fraud? Do you know anybody that has conducted voter fraud in the city of Eagle Pass elections, in the mayor election, city of Eagle Pass elections, and county elections? Voter fraud. There was recently a justice of the peace from Hondo, along with four other people, I believe, that were arrested for 150 counts. 150 counts of voter fraud, guys. So again, this was in Hondo, not too far away from here. But I wanted to see if anybody would pop up in the comments, have any ideas, or has seen anything like that. Um, Aframael, I think the Republican Party former campaign the guy who's in charge here for the Republican Party, I think he verified that there wasn't anybody that was dead, deceased, that voted on this past election. I think he looked into that. We can reach out and ask. uh, I'll reach out to him and ask. I think his name Alfredo. He's in I think Washington right now, and we can ask him. I think he's a Facebook friend of mine. We can ask him. I want to say that he did verify if there were any voting dead this last election, but any other. I mean, there's many forms of voter fraud. I'm not sure if I've seen something here. I know that there is people that drive people to go vote. I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet, but I do feel that it can create a culture of voting, a culture of intimidation, where if you go with somebody here, these are my candidates, this is how you're gonna vote, and I'm against that. I think all of us have our own mind, our own consciousness, our own hearts, and sometimes we just need to be brush up on a few things. That way we can be aware of some stuff. Be aware of some stuff that happens. That way we don't let things like that happen again. If it has happened, I'm not sure if there's been anything like that here in Eagle Pass. I did run into an article. It was published in 2012, and there was more registered voters here in. If you give me a second, I'll share it with you guys. Um, Give me 1 second. I wanna make sure I give you guys the right. Okay. This article was from Crone in Houston. They did a study. Conservative watchdog group questions counties with too many voters. Okay, let's get that back. Conservative watchdog group questions counties with too many voters. And I'll put this one on the comments right now, so you guys can take a look at it. That way, you guys know I'm giving you sources that it's not anything I'm making up. I'm a big a fan of not lying to you guys. So I always try to give you everything I can. Again, we're gonna go ahead and close with this. I just want to give you this in the last minute and give you guys a chance if you have anything you want to add in the comments. That way I can write down. Maybe next Wednesday we'll pop up with a live and we'll answer your questions that you might have. But this was again in 2012. Maverick County was one of the counties in question, and they were comparing the voting age, the population and the voting age, and that eligible voting age, 18 to, I guess, above 18, right? The people of the population that are eligible to vote, and they were comparing them to how many registered voters they were. Okay, get this. Maverick County, uh, as per the voting age in 2010, so this is a little bit older of an article, but the voting population in Maverick County was 24,240. Okay. Now, that was back in 2010. One thing I say is that Maverick County is notoriously known for not voting. But now, surplus, which means people that voted were not necessarily in the voting bracket or not eligible to vote. It's called number of surplus registered voters. So the county had 1,853. So that was 8%. So 8% of the registered vote were overvotes. In other words, not eligible, did not match the population we had that were eligible to vote. 8% did not match that. So 8% here translated to 1,853. When was the last time you had 1,853 votes casted? Just look at the recent elections, the numbers. And you know what? That's a great story to follow up on, and I'll probably do that shortly. Or at least sometime this month, so you guys can see we're notoriously known for not getting out and voting, and we need to change that. But how is it that 8%, there's an 8% surplus of votes that are, it's 8% more of our actual voting public? How is that possible? It goes back to voter fraud that we were talking about right now. Is there voter fraud? Does that mean there's voter fraud here? I just hope that during these elections that are coming up soon, we have people, out of their kindness of their hearts, or law enforcement having extra set of eyes on what's going on here in the county, and things our county improves in general, right? And our city too. But I just wanted to leave you guys with that thought. I'll post this one right now in the comments so you guys can have it and see. Like I said, it's a little bit older, but it's a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question. How is it that we have an 8% surplus of votes when there's only a certain number of population that can vote? Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for joining. I think we had maybe around 35 to 40 people at a time. So what we're getting, we're having our conversations. We're having a great time here. I hope you guys had a great time during this Hump Day community talk. We'll be having some more. We'll be investigating some issues for you as well. I do want to give a quick shout out. Again, guys, well, not again, I haven't told y'all. We are actually structured now to go ahead and start accepting advertisements. So if you guys are interested, your small businesses want to advertise, get your word out, get your name out. We're a growing page, and we can help you guys do that. Not only do we run lives at your small businesses, we can run lives. We have a whole little structure. Y'all watch out for that. We're getting together with the Moonlight Ballroom to bring y'all something special. But we run lives like these. We go ahead and tell you guys what's going on, community concerns. other advertising we do, we're starting our website. That should be done by the end of this week, where we can advertise through our website. And we have our Facebook page that is rapidly growing because we continue to bring you these stories that no one else does. We're out there 6-7 hours at a standoff, reading play by play, interacting with you guys in the comments. I love you guys. You guys, I mean, I probably would have stopped if it hadn't been for you guys, cheering me on. We were out there 6 hours. Again, I want to say thank you to those guys that I got a tripod and a Gatorade. I got some coffee. I got a sweater and a power bank. I got a charger. Guys, I mean, community, wow. And that's what I'm saying. We have a great community here, and I just want the best. What's the best thing for my community? Whatever the best thing is for my community, whatever mayor, whatever county commissioner, whatever county judge, whoever is the best for that position, I think you guys deserve that as citizens. And I think we need to hold all elected officials accountable, all of them. Nobody's special. We need to hold them accountable and make sure that we're getting the best for our community, because our community has suffered a lot through several scandals, and we all recently remember the Maverick County scandal that we had, where many commissioners went to jail, and we don't want that to happen again, because it's an eyesore for our community. Whenever you travel out of this community, people know, and people kind of like, hey, what happened over there, and we don't want that, guys. We don't want that for our community. I certainly don't want that for my community. I was born and raised here, and my kids, God willing, will be born and raised here. And I just, at the end of the day, we want what's best for our kids, because they're the ones that are going to inherit the community we leave behind. And that's the message I'm trying to bring to you guys. So if you see any wrongdoing, let us know. Let us investigate it. Let us investigate it. Let us know what's going on. That way we can help you in securing a better community for your little ones. Because when we're gone, guys, it's going to be our little ones that inherit what we leave behind. What is it that we want to leave behind for our little ones? All right. Like I said, we have our opportunities for advertising now. If you guys want a shout out, you guys want anything, I mean, we're not trying to kill the bank here. We're just trying to make sure we're able to level up and give you guys a better source of news, better equipment. I mean, I have makeshift equipment here, but you got to work with what you got, and that's pretty much what I said, and that's what I'm here doing, working with what I have. But I do want to eventually expand and bring you guys the best that I can do, and that way you guys can have the news, possibly bring on more people to help out and get news to us, and reach out to these bigger elected officials and have them accountable for some of the things they're doing as well. So I just want to give a quick shout out, guys. Thank you for joining. First shout out goes to the community. There's still 19 of y'all still on here, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Whether you're here to listen, to listen to me to fail, whether you're here to support me, whether you just want to hear what shit I talk, or whatever it is. I mean, I appreciate you guys staying on. Quick shout out to Martinez Barbershop, Aframael, Luis Martinez, my boys. Again, a shout out to those that helped me at the first Enconcho. Iron Man little live video that we had for about 6-7 hours. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Tin Masters, Snack Masters, quick shout out. Wagon Wheel, Smokehouse, and Saloon. Guys, quick shout out also goes to the Moonlight Ballroom. Again, guys, we have that contest going on. Tomorrow we're gonna do the winner, so you have tonight, probably tomorrow during the day, to retweet, share, like, comment a clown. That way you can enter to be eligible to win. We're giving away 2 free tickets. I do want to give a big shout out to the Moonlight Ballroom for helping us out and giving these promotions for you guys. We're going to be working with other small businesses as well in the community, and we're the Rising Texan is pro small business. We love small businesses. We saw them assist during all the hard times that we've had. There's no they're not asking for anything in return from the city or the county for stepping up, feeding many of our people that couldn't, make their own meals at their homes because electricity problems, no water or anything like that. And not only the community but small business were stepping up too. So we're very pro small business, and we want to help you guys out. So we opened ourselves already for advertising. We have our email, the rising texan at gmail.com. We also have our WhatsApp. You can hit us up at our WhatsApp. It's 830-968-3419. Our website's going to be coming out soon. So we're going to have three platforms: the web page, our live videos, and also our Facebook page, where we're going to be able to offer you guys a lot of bang for your buck as far as advertising goes. So again, I want to thank the community. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will leave you that link that I promised you guys right now in the comments as soon as I end this live. All right, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. We're gonna try to set a regular date where we always come, either Wednesdays or whatever date it is, to give you the latest, the other news that we put out. Anything that's come up, guys, send us mail, send us emails. We want to bring a section also where we talk about your concerns that you send us directly, and we're gonna air it out. We're gonna have it here, and we're gonna bring it out. We're gonna have these elected officials accountable. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all later. Have a good night. We'll see y'all later.